All right, how's it going, guys? So today is November 30th, 2023. It's about a little after 5 p.m. So just got out of work and, just ate, feeling good. And I also saw that I have another subscriber. So we hit the we hit the 10 subscriber mark, man. Hit the double digit mark, which is honestly super awesome. I know it might seem silly to get very excited just about 10 subscribers, but truthfully, thank you for whoever is watching, and thank you to the person who just subscribed, either if it was today or yesterday. Regardless, thank you very much. So I wanted to make this video. I'm gonna, you'll probably see it by the title already as you clicked on it. It's going to be about climbing, but more specifically about climbing shoes. So the reason why I wanted to make this video is, kind of want to touch into the niche of climbing, just something that I'm really passionate about. So I'm just going to get into it instantly. So the first thing that I want to say, that I want to preface, is that I am not an advanced climber by any means. I'm not a pro climber or anything like that. If you go in and type climbing into YouTube, you're gonna see climbers that are immensely better than me. But I'm definitely not bad. I'm a decent climber as of now for the amount of experience I've been climbing for, about just a little under, I think, a year and 9 months. So I will be hitting 2 years this March. I started actually climbing on my birthday in March officially. Climbed a few times before that, but that I don't really even count that. So my cat is here. She's eating right now. She'll be making some weird noises around. So if you guys hear anything weird, it's not ghosts or anything. It's literally just my cat. So cat people problems. So yeah, just the reason why I'm looking over here is because I have a bunch of climbing shoes that I want to get into, and just give you more information about climbing shoes, things that I've noticed with all of these climbing shoes. So don't take shots while I'm saying climbing shoes, because you're probably gonna end up in the ER. So all right, okay, so first off, I want to go ahead and show you my first pair of climbing shoes after using the rentals that you get when you go into any climbing gym and you don't have any gear whatsoever. They give you the option to get some rentals and just be able to use those before you even try out any of your shoes, just in case you don't like climbing. Anyways, yeah, so these are the first pair of shoes that I have, that I used to use, and hopefully you guys can see. See, there's some wear and tear. Same thing with these ones, and see, these are Velcro, so you can go ahead and just take these off easily, open them up just like that, and look at the bottom of the shoe. So yeah, basically the most wear and tear was right at the front. Again, pretty easy to put on because they're Velcro. So I'll be mentioning that because just as I get more into all the other shoes that I have, you'll start seeing why I'm bringing stuff like this up. So in terms of climbing, the way that the shoes are structured is to help you obviously optimize your climbing. So if you just take a look at like a normal pair of just like shoes, like running shoes, you see that for a shoe it's basically like flat. Sometimes climbing shoes or running shoes, you will see like a little curve going up. That's just to be able to help you run a little bit more efficient. And I've also been a runner too as well, and trying to get back to another story. Anyways, these shoes, for shoes that are for more advanced climbing, they'll typically be a lot more like downturn like this. They'll actually be like almost in place like this, because that hook shape that you get is what helps you dig into holds that are just like little, and be able to just kind of like pivot your foot really well. So that's what helps you. So these are just essentially more for beginner type of people. So yeah, I think I got these around like $100 to $120. but these have definitely gone down in price. So let me go ahead and actually take a look. So yeah, these are the La Sportiva Aragon climbing shoes. So right now in REI, they're about $89.19. So definitely a little bit cheaper than when I first got them. The price is even slashed from $119. I think that was the initial price that I got these. I think they're definitely kind of worth that price. But as I go along to more of these climbing shoes, you'll definitely see which ones I can recommend you better, and which ones I haven't used yet, because I have a lot. So yeah, these are the Aragons, pretty decent. I would say definitely $89, closer to 100 with taxes being put into there. I would say they're pretty decent, so definitely give them a shot. All right, so the next pair of climbing shoes that I got are these. So these are also La Sportivas. These are the Tarantulas. Again, same thing, Velcro. So pretty easy to also take off as well. Right here, Velcro. And again, not super aggressive like other climbing shoes that are more advanced. But yeah, these are, I'm not going to recommend them. So they do have some also wear and tear right here. Same thing as the other ones, because as I was, beginning to climb, oh, this one's even way worse. So as I was beginning to climb, I didn't have good technique. And when you don't have good technique, then you just basically are always just smearing in holes and on the wall. And if the wall's very almost sandpapery then you'll definitely start to wear off the shoes a lot more. These wore off a lot faster than the Aragon, so just beware if you're actually thinking and looking into So as I can see right now, they're about $74.19. They went down, a decent amount. A little bit cheaper, of course, than the Aragons, but if you're choosing between these two, I would definitely say get the Aragons. These ones are, decently comfortable, same as those, except I got more use out of the Aragons versus these, because again, these just, I don't know, for some reason they just wore off a lot faster. So yeah, I think the typical thing about a lot of beginner shoes that I've seen from reviews or videos that I've watched is that a lot of these more affordable shoes will start to wear off around the seams. So there's a huge seam that goes around the shoe like that and hopefully you can see it, because I know my lighting is not great at all. I don't have a light right now. It's just my my ceiling fan light. But yeah, they wear off pretty easily within the seam. So the seam goes straight into where your big toe is, where you're going to be using the most out of your shoe, and it's just not fun. But I really don't recommend these as much. If you want to go ahead and use them for fun, or yeah, just don't really waste your money on these. There's a lot better shoes that I will show you, which after these ones I'm going to show you the next ones. So with the Aragons, I use those maybe about 5 months, maybe 6. And they, again, they were really good, and they helped me climb pretty well. And Tarantulas also helped me well for the amount of time they lasted. They probably only lasted 3 months, which is not good at all. So again, that's why I'm mentioning to you, there's other shoes out there. And the other shoes that I want to talk about is another Tarantula, but these are the Tarantulace. So these are not Velcro. These are actually they actually have a shoelace on it, so you're gonna have to be tying them, be tying them once you put them in, or you put them on and then you take them off. So it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle, and it doesn't really matter too much with shoes that are more beginner oriented, because you're not gonna be taking them off that much, because they're not really aggressive. Usually the aggressive shoes are the ones that you're gonna be taking off the most, because they're not as friendly on your feet as they are as these shoes would be. But they do, again, have that wear and tear right here, like I was speaking of earlier. Same thing with this one, and see. So shoelaces. So yeah, preferably you'd want to go with more the Velcro, the strap-ons or slip-ons. I'll show you one pair of slip-ons that I have. I think these also lasted me for about 5 months. And I was actually climbing pretty decently hard before my injury, but I could talk about that in a separate video. But yeah, definitely recommend these. It looks like they're at $66.69. Really good deal. I would preferably tell you to go with these over the other two that I just showed you. But if you want to go with the Aragons, because they are the Velcro straps, definitely get the Aragons. If you want to just shell out, like $25-$30 more. So yeah, definitely take those. But these are a very, very good shoe. You'll see a lot of people climbing in these because they're very affordable, and they're also a decent shoe for being a beginner shoe. So not much to say, but they're great shoes. The only downside is the laces. And so next pair of shoes, or I should say shoe that I have here is these are called the BoReal Beta Eco. So I only have one shoe, and the reason for that, short and simple story, I lost it when I was hiking and trying to go to like an outside boulder to do. So now they're like $110. I think that's what I probably got them for. Again, the nice Velcro straps, pretty nice. They're not downturned, they're pretty flat, as you can see. And those the rubber is pretty decent. It's pretty hard. It doesn't seem like it's gonna wear off too fast when you're climbing. But again, I can't really tell you much about these because I didn't get a chance to climb a lot in them. I will say that I got made fun of a lot because they look like the rental shoes that my gym has. So I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, these are really weird. They have a little thing that just kind of bends down. So when you open them, it kind of seems like this is stuck, which it is, and that's how it's made, I guess. I don't know. The heel is pretty cool. Again, I didn't get a lot of time to climb in these, so unfortunately I can't give you too much of a review other than for the easy climbs that I was doing, they were solid. And I didn't do any hard climbing in these because I was injured around that time when I was using these, and I was using another pair as well that I will show you next. So get these if you want to go ahead and test them out. Let me know how they are. The BoReal Eco Beta, is that what they're called? Beta Eco, sorry, I said it backwards. But yeah, they look like rental shoes, I will say that. They're strapped, they have straps, so pretty cool. Next ones, and before I even mention these, I just want to say that these are my favorites. These are the ones that I'm currently using. They have been lasting me a good amount of time, and I strongly recommend these. Okay, these are called the Defilace climbing shoes from Evolve. So, boom. Hopefully all this is focusing, because if not, it's going to be so sad. But yeah, again, not aggressive at all. Basically, almost like a normal shoe. Yeah, and then here's the heel. So I'm showing more of these because I actually really recommend these. Only downside is just laces. That's really it. But to be honest, these have been the best shoes I've used thus far. Just from my whole experience, they fit nice and snug, and they're again, not aggressive, so they're not gonna hurt your feet. And also, I've been climbing decently hard with these now because I've been getting back to where I left off. But yeah, this is really comfortable. The little tongue sticking out over here, to put them on, it's very comfortable. I guess also it's weird with a lot of climbing shoes that they always have this heel that kind of pokes out a little more than it should. Doesn't really bother me, but I do feel just a little bit of space in there that might bother you because you don't want to downsize too much. So yeah, that's another thing, by the way. Downsizing is very common with climbing shoes, but I can get into that in another day. But yeah, I got them at a very, very perfect size, and I actually got these a little bit too big the first time, and I tried them out, and I didn't really like them in the beginning because they were too big, but then I just went to go ahead and replace them, which REI does that. If you do shop at REI, they'll do that fine. They won't charge you or anything, or have to pay extra, so you'll be good with that. Yeah, very good shoe, especially for the price, like $129. I know it's going to be a little bit more on the expensive side, but I would strongly recommend these. Like they're like showing like no signs of, let me see. Yeah, I think that's just chalk. Yeah, so really no big signs of like massive wear and tear. I think these at least have like another 3 months if I'm gonna start climbing harder, because I'm getting into like V5 like territory soon. So yeah, strongly recommend these. So the next ones that I will be using after those Evolves is actually going to be another pair of Evolves, and I'm very excited to use these because these are more intermediate type of shoes. So these ones are called the Chronos climbing shoe from Evolve. So these look pretty nice, pretty cool, and I don't remember if I actually got these a little bit bigger than these, but let's go ahead and take a look. Nope, so right about there. So I think I downsized just like half a size for both of these shoes because I wanted to, you know, start getting more serious about, you know, that. But I won't be downsizing too much just because I don't want my shoes to hurt extremely a lot. But yeah, these really cool. And I fitted them already, or, you know, I tried them on and they fit, you know, nice. The, you know, little strap-on thing is really cool. Or yeah, like that. Boom. So I can't really give you too much of a review on these because I've never used these, but I will be popping them out soon, and I'll come back and I'll let you guys know exactly, you know, what they are. But yeah, looking from the comments, a lot of people really like them, you know, or I should say reviews. So yeah, they're, you know, maybe like very slightly downturn, I guess, if you really want to even call that a downturn. But yeah, the rubber feels really solid, and a lot of people are saying that this is like a really great intermediate shoe. I see these a lot at the gym as well, so a lot of people, you know, you could tell if a lot of people are using them, then that means it must be, you know, pretty solid. So hopefully they're solid, but I know they're going to be good because, I mean, if Evolve already made these, then the last ones that I used, the Defi Lace, these are definitely going to be solid. I tried them on and they were good. So these are going to be the La Sportiva Mantras. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm speaking of downturn. You see that? You see that? It's like hook shaped, almost like it looks like a hawk's like like a hawk's nail or whatever. But yeah, these are extremely downturn and they're like super soft in the middle. So you're gonna like definitely be like doing some decent climbing with these. So these are not gonna get like used probably until I actually reach like a few steps more, a few grades more. I would say like around V6 going into V7, hopefully. Who knows when that's going to happen. Hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, yes, the hook is like a little bit more rounded, which is kind of strange to me. I don't know why, because like all the other hooks like look sometimes like a little bit peaky when you first use them, but I think they all just end up kind of looking like this. So this is actually different. So let me go ahead for reference. So this, obviously, Velcro. Yeah, it's all mangled. Velcro. Shoelace. These, none of that. Just pure on slip-ons. And with these, I actually downsize a full grade. So I'm typically a, grade. I'm a size 10 in, you know, US men. And this is basically like a size 9 because all these are like in European sizes. Yeah, so this is 42, so I would typically be a size 43. I know people do more downsizing than that. They do like sometimes like 2.5 sizes. That seems very extreme for me right now. But once I fit these, like I bought these kind of out of the whim. So before I actually go even any further, these are $126 with 69 cents. So they have very mixed reviews, which is, I'm a little bit worried about these. I don't even think I can return these anymore if I didn't like them, but whatever. So yeah, they went down from like almost like 170, well, 169, so it's 170. But yeah, these, very excited. If not, you know, I might even just whip them out sometime soon. You know, who knows, just to see how they're at. But I love even the design with like the mantra right here. It reminds me of like one of my favorite album covers. I don't know if you guys know who Modest Mouse is, like building nothing out of something. That like reminds me exactly of this, man. So if you know that, man, shout out to you, man. To any Modest Mouse fans, it looks really cool. But besides looking really cool, they look extremely useful. So I'm already, saving up to even planning on to invest other climbing shoes. I will be tossing the rest of those away. I'm not going to resell them or anything because, I mean, they're just beginner climbing shoes. I don't really see myself, using those extremely, like too much. So yeah, I will let you guys know how these feel and, how I climb in these. So yeah, so for context, I'm like around a V4, getting into V5 climbing. And right now, if I'm doing like top rope, like I could do like, 11 plus maybe with some resting times in there. And I'm a solid like 10 plus, like 5'10" plus climber in terms of lead. So I do a lot of climbing. I've done auto belays, I've done top rope, lead rope, and then bouldering. And I barely have touched anything outside in terms of going bouldering outside or even doing like sport climbing outside. I don't really do much of that right now because I unfortunately live in Illinois when there's not too much altitude. So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's it. If you guys want me to go more into depth about terminology, anything else with climbing, please let me know. Or if you want me to go more into depth about the shoes and how they feel, or what why is it that downturn shoes are a lot better, or whatever the case may be, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Let me know anything that you want to know about climbing, or if this video completely sucked. Just let me know if I need to go more into depth. But otherwise, thank you so much again. Thank you for the the 10th subscriber. I really appreciate it. And hopefully you just keep going up from here. And if you need more advice about climbing, I can try to give it to you with the best knowledge that I have. But otherwise, thank you so much, and I guess I will catch you guys in the next time.